Hi, I'm Craig, Viscosity's applied AI scientist with the NoCOUG conference today.
Hi, I'm Gary Gordhamer, also at Viscosity North America. So earlier today I talked about the new performance features in 23 AI for SQL, and what's great about them is you don't have to do anything. You don't change your SQL, it just gets better and faster. And that's one of the things I always love to try to promote is there's so much that the product does for you and you don't need to think about it.
So you can write like super crappy SQL then, right? We'll have a job.
You can even have like something in AI write bad SQL and it would still run better.
So they can write bad code.
What are you excited about? What's
a couple of things. So I get to talk more about vector search, just like vectors and similarity thematic searches and how it works, but in a different way. My goal is so you can talk. A kid will understand what I have to say.
I was going to say I hear a lot about vector search, but I still don't know that people are quite understanding.
No. And Maria did it. Man, her slides are just so awesome. And she she took it down like a whole nother level. Thankfully, it's a little different the way that I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So man, if people go to both, I can't imagine how they're just like not going to get it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. And then the other thing, the workshop is like agentic AI with just a couple of prompts and like ChatGPT kind of thing. They're going to build an agentic system where there's 3 AIs that you work with to solve the problem.
That's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah, so my second session is going to be on using Liquibase to manage your source code for schema management, which is traditionally something that's really difficult, like keeping track of your tables and objects and PL SQL code and keeping it all together and be able to deploy with an automated tool. So I think
so that's what Liquibase is. So give me like the 10 seconds on Liquibase.
Right, because you probably haven't used Liquibase, right? You probably haven't heard much about it, right? So Liquibase is an open source tool. Oracle has integrated it into SQL CL.
Really?
So basically, if you want to say like, I'm going to go make some changes in development, like add columns, things to your tables, etc., and you say, oh, how do I get those changes? Make sure I've got all those changes and move them to the next environment. You just run a single Liquibase command, it captures all the changes, and then you can apply them to your other environments, right?
Without breaking it.
Without breaking it, and you can roll back changes too.
In a live system?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's really good technology. It works for other not Oracle, but Oracle's built it into SQL CL, so it's free for you to use. Why not use it, right?
So it's not like those security penetration tests that we talked about yesterday.
Yeah, so the running joke for me is, security is sometimes the opposite of security, because security teams go in and do things that we wouldn't normally be allowed to do, right?
Exactly.
And so this is
the fun stuff.
Correct. This is the opposite. This is helping you not make mistakes, not break things, right? This is exactly the opposite of turning all your product pictures into cats.
Exactly.
I love the in-person vibe and the real-time questions. Having done a lot of virtual sessions over the last couple of years, it's so difficult online to get that interaction with the crowd and get that feedback. And I think you feel the exact same way.
I totally do. Yeah. Like when I was here last month, talking and people were like in the front, they were close. They wanted to be close, and they didn't want to be far away. And they would just without asking, like, "Hey, I got a question." They would just like ask.
What about this? What about that? Right?
It was like, oh, and you just go back and forth. And it's actually really fun.
Yeah, and I love that because we put together content and we're like, well, people are going to view it this way, and it's like, well, what if they're over here, and it really. It helps us a lot, right, as presenters to bring that together. And I just really, for anyone out there, right, make sure you're going to events locally. If you need to find people locally, find them and have meetups we learn so much more from each other than just the YouTubes and the Googles and stuff like that, right?
So when you're teaching or presenting, are you like looking at people?
You mean like virtually or like here? Oh, in person? Here. Oh, absolutely. I'm totally watching.
Yeah, I do too.
And you can see the either skepticism on their face or the just like and then you go, okay, well then we'll keep moving on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, so thank you everybody for coming today. I think this has been a really great conference so far, and I can't wait to meet anyone out there in person at a future event.
Yes.